Good Wednesday evening, meteorologist Dean Davison from the Weather Pros, responding fire. We're talking about our local forecast and what's going to happen with Dorian, and we're actually going to go into Dorian more deeply before we go into the actual next few days here in the area. So we're going to take a look at Dorian's latest computer models, and you're going to see here, we're going to see a lot of these computer models, the majority of the real good ones have this actually falling somewhere north of say Broward County and south of Jacksonville. That's really the area where we need to be keeping an eye on. But anywhere in Florida, anywhere actually on the Carolinas, need to keep an eye on this, because if anything changes, it could be minor. It could be a difficult issue in different locations. As you see here, a lot of these ensemble members on the GFS also show this coming in closer to your St. Lucie area, coming across and then heading up into the Appalachian area. Moving forward, we're going to look at the European area, and that does something very similar, maybe a little further south. So I would keep an eye on this also, because it's pretty similar. This is a little further north, closer to Daytona, and then hooks back in. Strength. A lot of these are in the Cat 3 area, and some go in Cat 4, but I would think Cat 3 is where we were. Cat 2 and Cat 3, and mainly in the Cat 3 area is where we're going to be looking at the majority of this. EGFS has this land falling right around Jacksonville, right around Daytona Beach, coming in, and then eventually I'll show you what it looks like, stalling a little bit here before kicking out in this general direction. That's what majority of the models with GFS show at this point. We move on to the next model, which is the European model. This goes a little further south. You see this be closer to the Broward County line. Come in, probably come across more this way and up in this way, and stall a little bit in the Georgia area. That's the latest look what that is looking like in the European model. Move up to the Canadian model. Your Canadian model brings this probably about Port St. Lucie, comes across, does come more with stall too, and once again shoots up north and east. The key word is this could affect us later in the week of next week. We take a look at our map of Florida, and that is, like I said, most of them come in right in this is mainly your Euro shot here. A couple of them come in here just north, closer to Seminole County and Volusia County. Even some of them come further north and then shoot up. So anyway, basically the whole entire coast of Florida needs to be on the lookout, because this still has a little ways to go before it finishes. So you will see here that we have a tropical image here of Dorian. It's right here. It'll move about in this generalized direction. So that's how it's going to move. So it's going to miss the mountains here, which was originally, a couple days ago, they thought it would get ripped apart and become like a tropical storm as it head towards Florida. But now with that northern move, that's going to avoid mountains and actually keep it strengthening. And if you look at this, actually, it's a pretty strong, actually a very strong system here. If you look at it, like I said, here's the storm. It has good outflow on both sides. Not really any dry patches. The dry is here. That's going to actually escape to the north, which is going to actually is what's going to squeeze this in this general direction of Florida. But once this trough moves away, is what's going to allow it to make the turn towards the northeast. So it's not going to run too much dry air. So that's going to actually limit any kind of weakening and actually keep this on the strengthening mode as it heads towards Florida or the southeast coast. Florida, looking at generically the biggest issue right now. So this is your water vapor imagery. Here's Aaron up here. I'll put the L on it. The tropical depression. That's moving away. But that's also because of what happens there is going to keep this to the south. There's a storm here. There's a storm some disturbance here, there's a disturbance here, so you're going to have the weakness, moves through here, and then you're going to have another system coming in, and you get the weakness and goes through this location. That's how the storm is going to evaluate eventually and cause the issues it's going to cause. So we're totally not out of the picture for having something occur up in this area after this makes landfall, because this looks to go into Florida. And if it goes into the Gulf, you're pretty much heavily increasing the chances of getting some kind of tropical weather here, whether it's some breezy and heavy rain, along with the chance of isolated tornadoes. You never can rule that out with a landfall in the tropical system. Looking over the next couple days, clear tonight, 59 degrees, 83, beautiful day on Thursday, lower humidity, 50s on Thursday night, and even into Friday night, with temperatures only about 86 on Friday. 86 on Saturday. You would think it's hot, but it's going to be dry weather also. 84 with partly sunny skies to mostly sunny skies on Sunday, before we get the opportunity by Tuesday, Wednesday of next week for the potential for that tropical moisture to move in. So a beautiful look into your Labor Day. It looks like it's going to be a pretty day, even on your Labor Day, with only a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm, right around 85 to 86 degrees. So your Labor Day for Roanoke, Smith Mountain Lake, those areas, beautiful. Keep all your plans. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Meteorologist Dean Davison, thank you for watching. Have a great day.